Hello crafters. I have just done my usual, as in I've created a pick 10 and my phone ran out of memory. Half of the I tried to clear it, half of the stuff, the footage went off to Google Photos, and then if I download it back to my phone to make the video, it's just not of the same quality, so I've had to scrap that video. So I thought I'd do another one. So I will show you what I created. And this is it. It's on Instagram as well. But I actually quite liked that. It was quite a nice, I think it's upside down actually. I think that's the way it goes, like that. Turn it down. But there's a bit of a 3D element with the butterflies and some buttons. So yeah, unfortunately you didn't get to see me create that one. But I thought I'd do another one, and I'm going to cheat, because what I did at the beginning of that video was I mixed all my sticks up again and put them back in the pot. These are the sticks that I used for the last one here. So I had add gems, add diamonds, add buttons, use chalk pastels, add paint using a store card, use bubble wrap, add dots, use ink, collage, newspaper or magazine text, and use magicals. So I'm actually going to take those ones out so they don't appear in this one, and then I'll put them all back in obviously for next time, just so that I'm doing something a bit different and not always the same. So let's get going. Also, the light level has changed since I started doing this. It's gone ever so gloomy. It looks like it's going to rain, so apologies for that. I could turn a light on, but I think that would give us some hideous shadows. Depends how bad the artwork gets. If it gets bad, I'll put the light on. Right, use watercolours. That shouldn't be too difficult. She says. Let me put some water on these and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got some colours. I'm going to go for... I'm going to start on that side of the page. It's got a slight texture to it. And I'm just going to put some water down on my page first. I'm going to wish that I'd stuck that down, I think. I will try and do that. I don't know if I can do it now. I should have done that before. Otherwise I'm going to get quite a curve. Oh, lovely. My dirty fingers. Perfect. Right, I'm going to redo that. Right, I'm back. Clean fingers, clean water. I dried my paper. It's not, I've stuck it down. It's not perfectly smooth, but it's not really curly either. So we'll just run with it. I'm sure I'm going to cover all this up with something anyway. So let's crack on. So I'm going with sort of greens and blues. Don't really know what I'm doing. Just going to drop down some colour, I think, and see where it takes us. And yes, that's a bit more of that. I can feel it's all puffed up in the middle. I don't think we're going to manage to prevent that somehow, so I'm just going to quickly add a little bit of colour and then we'll just let it dry. Might have to iron it and we'll see what we can do with it. How's everybody's weekend going? I hope you're all having fun doing whatever you're doing. We had fun Friday night. We had a spa night. All four of us got involved. Not something that I don't do probably tell, I don't do beauty treatments or anything really like that at all. The most I do is put some conditioner in my hair. Yeah, it was fun. The girls enjoyed it. Ian enjoyed it. We went in the conservatory and we had fairy lights and some cocktails. And what else did we do? We had foot masks and face masks and oh god, I can't remember all the other things, but yes, beauty things. I don't even know what they are, half of the things, but we had those and it was fun. Oh, we had nice relaxing music. Oh, we had aromatherapy oils and hot towels, and yeah, it was just something really different and something fun to do. And you know, just made a bit of a change. Do try to make the weekends a bit more special, because my eldest daughter and my husband work all week. They work from home, obviously, so just try and make the weekends a little bit more special. Saturday night is usually pizza and movie night. We make homemade pizzas and then watch a movie. My youngest daughter doesn't like watching movies, so she doesn't tend to join us. But and also we like playing games, so my eldest and my husband and I usually play some kind of board game at the weekend too. So I think yesterday we were playing, I can't remember what it's called, Ming Dynasty, something like that, but that was quite fun. Right, let me dry that and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, more or less dry. I actually quite like that. I think while I was talking I wasn't concentrating and therefore I wasn't overthinking, and that's pretty cool. I thought about keeping the masking tape on and keeping the edges white, but I've had problems with masking tape before where I've done something nice and then when you go to take it off it rips, so I thought I will take it off while I'd heated it, and we'll see. It's still quite lumpy, so I might have to just run with that. I don't think there's much I can do about that. If it gets annoying I'll think of a way of flattening it. Right, let's go for our next thing. Okay, add random numbers. I think I'm going to stencil those. I'll be back with a stencil. Well, that's quite embarrassing. I cannot find my stencil anywhere, and I have looked all over my desk. I don't know where it can be. It's not in my stencil folder where all my other stencils are, so I do remember using it not that long ago, but where it is now I don't know. So I think it's saying I really need to tidy up my craft room. In the interim though, I have cut out, yes, again, from Daphne's diary, and I'm just going to have to use those, I think, because I can't waste any more time looking for a stencil. I mean, I might be messy and I might have a really terrible desk, but I don't usually lose things, so it's a bit frustrating and not, you know, not very me. I'm just cutting the white off these numbers because I don't really like the borders. I mean, and they're not really what I wanted to use. Anyway, we must go with the flow. I also, while I was messing around looking for those things, found some die cuts which should have gone to Kate, Cards with Kate Fletcher, because I did a die cut swap with her, and obviously they didn't make it into the package for some reason. No idea. Right, let's just not think about it. Stick these things down. I think I'm going to have to get another stencil if I can't find that one. It's possible it's fallen into the bin. I've been through my bins twice this week anyway for things I've missed. I thought I'd lost something. Something metal, and I managed to get it. I managed to retrieve it. It was a die, and I managed to retrieve it from the bottom of my bin with a magnet, so that wasn't so bad. But yeah, I think I need to sort out. Let's go for another stick. Use splatters or drips. Oh, I do like a bit of a splatter. What shall we use to splatter? I might have a go at splattering with some distress ink. Would that work? Distress oxide, or let's have a go with some of those. There's a bit of green, and let's have a bit of blue. And what's a good splatty thing? No, let's try that brush. Bit of an old brush there. Oh, we are getting something. Not a lot. Let's have a bit. Oops. I'm getting teal now because I've just mixed the two. That's a bit better. A bit more green. Yeah, quite like that. Right, let me just mop up that bit of ink there. Don't want to waste that. Might be able to use it for something, or not. To dry. What else have we got? I hate wasting things, so even if I just, oh, that's quite pretty. Use these offcuts of the mixed media paper pad. I can use it, cut out a butterfly or a flower or something from that. It's made quite an interesting shape. What else have we got? So this is why I can't find anything, because I've got tons of scraps on my desk that I won't get rid of, and then they just overwhelm me. But I think it's time for a purge. Right, that will do. Let's clean that up before I stick my arm in it. Okay. Let's have a look then. So we've done 3. Use stickers. Well, I might use some stickers. Am I just going to use them? Oh, let's see what we've got. I'm not going to do butterflies. I always do butterflies. Oh, I've got lots of nice butterflies, but I'm not using them. Nope. Tons of things here. There's something interesting we could look at. I thought that I had a pack of flowers, but oh, of course, they're in my hand. Right, let's have a look. I love these washi stickers, so I'm thinking maybe we could have some floral element. That's quite interesting. Don't want to add too much colour. Maybe just, what's that? No, it's a bit big. The flowers are a bit big. Oh, that's quite nice. A hyacinth, I think that is. Nope, I think I like that on there. It does say stickers. Can I get away with one sticker? Well, I think I can. Don't think I want that. I don't know if I want that as well. No, I just like that one. I'm going to keep it simple. I might add something at the end, who knows? But I think that will do. I don't want too much. It's going to look strange amongst the numbers as it is. Right. Here we go. As usual, it has stuck to me more than anything. Oh, come here. Let's try that. A bit of a burnish, see if we can get it to lay down so that we can't see much of the outside. Yeah, that will do for now. Oh, the old finger paint. Really? Really, really? Right. I'm going for gold, quite literally. I'm going to use the tiniest amount of paint. And hopefully not I'm just going to put it in a few areas, and I think a little bit of gold there. I think that will probably do us. Maybe just a little bit in the middle. Right, that will do. Stop finger painting. Next one, we're racing along here. Oh, I use sprays. No, I don't want to. Okay, let me come back with some spray. Right, now, last time, unless I didn't have many sprays, I went and made some, and I followed a tutorial from G. Kerr, and she made some. We're using what to call it, crepe paper. Just put some crepe paper in with some warm water and you get some pretty colours. And so that's what I've done, and I've still got my one that I made with food colouring. That is very, very dark and I don't want to use that, but these are actually really quite pale and not too unpleasant, so I thought I might just have a spray at the top maybe and see what happens. Whoops, maybe spray the paper. You can see there's a little bit of colour, but it's not overwhelming. I don't really want Not always. Sometimes you want some nice bright colours, but sometimes you don't. Well, I might just let that dribbly down a bit. And then I'll perhaps dry that. I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, it's almost dry, I think. It's made some nice drips and some quite sort of subtle effects, even down here. So if you can, oops, not even in. So, yeah, I quite like that. And I didn't want to do anything that obviously covered it all. So those sprays were quite good. They're quite pastel. Right, next stick. We're on stick number 7. Add a quote. Well, I'll do that, but I'll do that at the end. Oh, get how decisive I'm being. Right, next one. Add random words. Oh, to go with the random numbers. Okay, random words. Be back. Whatever would I do without Daphne's diary, I wonder. So I've picked out 3 words from the Save magazine. Beautiful, simple, and task 2. Just because they're random. Do I want to ink around them? No, I'm just going to put them down as they are. With a bit of Pritt stick or Yoo-hoo stick. I'm not going to think about it. Stick it down. And task 2. Let's stick that there. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I've done, 1 to do. Try to be random. Add at least 1 piece of ephemera. Right, well, I'll add that at the end as well. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, last one then. Let's see what we've got. Add dimension. Okay, right, that looks like I can do something with that. Okay, I'll be back in a sec with a quote, something that I can add dimension to, and at least 1 piece of ephemera. Right, I have found some bits and bobs. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. I've got 2 bits of like they're from old books, but I've shrunk them down and printed those out. So botanical books. There's a bluebell and a fern. I've had these things came from I won a little giveaway by handmade by Abigail. So Abby put some bits and these are 2 of those. Life is good. I think that's going to be my quote. And I've got a little green ticket as well. So somehow I'm going to put those all together. And I've just got some shabby shutters distress inks, and I'm just going to ink around the edges of some, if not all of these. I'm liking that I haven't had to change the colours from the start, that the blue and the green theme has continued. That's pretty. Did I do that one? Yes, I think I did. Let's have a look what we can do with, oops, all of this. Maybe we can build something up. I don't know, something like that maybe. Where would we put it if we did something like that? In the corner? Maybe. Alright, I think I might just add a bit of tape to these. This is probably going to be an epic fail, but why not? have a look. Let's move that out of the way for a minute. Well, I could just go for it and make a big feature that can go in the middle. Let's try that. Do we want the bluebell even? I don't know. Right, yes, but I need to glue it on with something. Stick that on there. I'm planning on popping up the Life is Good. I don't want to have too much dimension because it won't fit in my book very well. I don't really want to cover up that, but I think I'm just going to go for this. Stick it on. Stick it on, Stephanie. Like that. Just put a bit of the foam tape on it. Just stick it down. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. That's going to stick perhaps on there. Maybe that's going to go underneath it, so I'll just glue that. Like that. Then I will probably might have to glue that corner and then pop up underneath. What do you reckon? No, I'm going to do it like that. And then just hope it fits somewhere on the page. That can go on there. Right, and now we're going to need to stick some more of this on. I'm talking to you with a pin in my mouth. I really ought to put it back on my glue. That's better. Alright, let's have a look at this. So that's going to be flat on there. That's got a little bit of dimension. This bit needs it here. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is definitely raining out there. Sounds nice. I do like the sound of rain. When I'm indoors, obviously. Not so keen on walking around in it. Right. Stick a bit of glue on that because they're not great at sticking. I feel like I could probably do with a bit more of that tape. On there. And we'll just pop a bit of glue on there. And that is going in the middle or in that blank space probably. Doesn't have to go in the middle, of course. It could go. I'm going to go there. There we are. So there is some dimension, not a huge amount, but I do want it to be able to fit in on my page. It is slightly dimensional. Yeah, but there we go. Hopefully one whole art journal page filmed and about to be uploaded. I quite like that little touch of gold. I don't know if you can see it shimmering, but I think that's quite nice, and it's quite simple today. Okay folks, well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I need to go and have some breakfast, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.